Morning everyone. So I'm on the way to a ride up in Leamington Spa, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to introduce my new car. Been a little bit quiet on the car front, so basically trying to go through a lot of decisions. Tried a few cars end of last year, beginning of this year. None of it really worked out financially. Loan deals didn't really come through, so I kind of gave up on it. And then I decided, why do I need to even own a car? Get a lease. So I tried leases, didn't really kind of work out, and I decided to move on to OneR. So OneR, those who don't know, are pretty good in that you pay one fixed cost per month. That includes your car, your charging, insurance, obviously road tax, and maintenance and everything else. So I thought I'd look into it and see really if that was the case. So I'm just stopped here at Rugby Services. Obviously this is the ideal location, superchargers, chargers. So I thought I'd stop, not because I had to, but because I want to. Coffee, little break. So yeah, so here she is. A brand new 2021 Renault Zoe. So let's have a quick look around. It's all in black. And so it's going to sit over here, away from everyone, right next to the motorway, just while it's charging. So so there's a few reasons why I went to ONER. Obviously, financially for me, my loan on my i3 was costing almost £500 a month, which for most people that'd have been insane anyway, because of my financial situation at the time when I bought it. That was just, you know, the loan I could get, and then bought the car. Fast forward sort of 3 years, I've done a payment break on it. I've done a few other things. Financially kind of, you know, wasn't in a particularly great place and stuff like that. So I kind of stopped looking for, you know, new car and things like that. So when this came up and when I had a look again, ONER was really good price, and it works out at $399 for, like I said, everything included. Now for me, that's good because I'm saving £150 odd a month. Sorry, just trying to hold the camera and it's a little bit chilly out here. About £150 a month savings, and you get charge cards with those, which I found out the other day. One of them, which whilst I know they're backed by like oil and stuff like that, you know, Shell, they own New Motion, and New Motion own the chargers at my work. So when I do go into the office now, which was costing me money to charge, that's now free and included, so that's good. So I get that. I get an Insta360 One, which is really good, and BP, not so good. It'd be good if ONER kind of went and maybe, I don't know, joined up with Osprey and GridServe behind. Osprey and GridServe behind. But yeah, so, but early impressions so far, really good. Now, I think that when I reviewed the Zoe, so I've reviewed the Zoe twice. Once when I first kind of was looking at electric cars 3+ years ago, 4 years ago maybe, and it wasn't right. It didn't have fast charging at the time, it didn't have split rear seats, so it just wasn't practical. When I recently reviewed it, I didn't mind the car, but I think I was probably a little bit, not harsh, but I wasn't as kind as maybe as I could be. Now I still very much like the i3 I had. That was an awesome car. But actually, I've been driving the Zoe for a couple of weeks now, and the benefits far outweigh anything on the i3. One, much to the wife's fantastic relief, is that it has normal doors. The doors on the i3, anyone that owns one, they're great to look at, but completely impractical. So that was good, but also things, you know, it's little things. For me, it's quality of life stuff. So, you know, I literally had 70% in the car this morning. I had 70 miles to go, and I still, literally, when I had 70%, I still had something like 130, 140 miles. I got here in Rugby and I was on sort of 35% with still about 65, 70 miles left. So I didn't actually need to charge where I'm going, but just wanted a coffee and something to eat. So it's that sort of stuff. I'm now going past chargers and going, well, I don't need to charge. I've got more than enough for what I'm doing. When I go to work, it's easy. I can charge all the way up to 100% because I can leave it outside and charge all day. I can do a couple of rounds, if not more, of work without having to worry about charging. So that means less sort of trips to public charging than I did. And if I'm going out for the day, whereas sometimes I'm going for, you know, 100 miles, it's just an easy thing. I can get all the way down there in one go if I want to, and not have to worry about charging. Other things that I like, things like the touchscreen. I really like that. Again, there's little things like that, and the ability to put the map in the center console in front of you. Again, it's just a quality of life thing, but it's really good and really just makes the difference when you're driving. The efficiency on the Zoe, to be honest, is amazing. Even doing motorway speeds and things like that, I'm getting close to 4 miles per kilowatt hour and stuff like that. It's just insane. You know, and today's, I don't know, 4 or 5 degrees, and it's the reason why I'm sitting I'm cold. But it's really, really good. So far, so good. I really like the car. The ability with OneR as well makes it that if I want to change the car at any time, I can. For I think it's about £95. You can have the old one picked up and the new one sort of brought in. The ONER experience, I must say, was second to none. What did I do? So I picked I wanted to pick one of the cars that wanted. It was either that or the ID3, and whatever was available. Unfortunately, the Zoe and the ID3 weren't available in my area, so I checked my work area, and my work area had the Zoe available. So I ordered that on, I think it was the Tuesday, and that was scheduled to be delivered to my work on the following Tuesday. So that was all sorted. In a couple of days, I'd had all the checks and DVLA checks and all the rest of it that you need to do for it. I put my money down, like my first payment, and then it was just a matter of waiting for the car. I then sold the i3 at the weekend. I paid off my loan in full. I pocketed about sort of 4 or 5 grand, which subsequently I've paid off a few other things to make life a bit easier for me. And then on the Tuesday, after you would have seen the other video, but the other video was me unicycling to work and training to work, which was fun. They dropped the car off at work, gave me the charge cards, walked me around the car, and all the rest of it was spot on, and then I drove it home. It was just really easy, really convenient, really, you know, just as I hoped it was, and it just worked out. So the new car is the Zoe. Certainly, I would say probably for the next 6 months at least. Then depending on, you know, I might see if I can go onto an ID3 perhaps. Not sure yet, but you know, there has been some price hikes in ONER. So there's an electric bike, which is pretty cool. You know, having having the prices have slightly gone up and the miles have gone down from 1,000 miles a month to 750, doesn't really affect me that much really, just because you accumulate the miles anyway, and I'm going to work in the office twice a week, so actually it just works for me. So there you have it. If you are interested in OneR at all, there is a link in my description below. Funny enough, you can do a referral. You get 50 quid towards your first rent. I get 50 quid off mine. Feel free to check them out. Check out their website. Really friendly people, good service. Always kept me informed as well, which was really good. But yeah, check that out if you want to. But until next time, I will see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.